This is my garden sifter. I've created a shorter video to kind of show a little bit about it. This one's going to be a little bit longer to provide a little more detail, but here's to show what it does. See that it dumps the clogs and the rocks out. That way I can clean a little bit out of the garden and get some soil that doesn't have quite so much clay in it in here. The frame, the wood frame that holds it together is 28 inches. I have to go around to the other side to measure that. But I got this idea from a couple of videos and I'll link those. 28 inches by 27.5 thereabouts. The wheels came from big box store. The pulley and the bearings and the bracket came from Tractor Supply. The motor I had, and it is I believe it's a 1/4 horsepower. Yeah, 1/4 horsepower motor. And like I say, this came from Tractor Supply. The belts from an auto parts store, just regular V-belts. Got the board here to keep the dirt from slinging all the way out, so it goes just down below. The drum, and I'll link a video of where I got all the ideas and everything from that. These are bicycle rims, all three of these. And what the guy did that I saw in the video was to zip tie this hardware cloth into the bicycle rings. But then he found that he was having to put duct tape inside to keep the dirt from getting into the wheels and the belt. I had this flashing. So what I decided to do was to use the flashing with screws through the rim, the holes, the natural holes in the rim are screwed into the flashing, and thereby sandwiching the hardware cloth in between. That provided a shield for where the wheels are and where the belt, and that kept me from having to use duct tape. So you've got, and these wheels are set on screws to make them adjustable so that I could adjust this to get the right spacing in between. The wheels don't quite go all the way to the rims. There's room for it to move because the belt actually needs to be able to function, so the belt will kind of lift and turn at the same time, so it's got to be free enough to spin good. Then this frame is just built around the drum and this box here. Once I had this box, each one of these frames for the wheels built, then I built the frame around it, and it's roughly 38.25 inches long. I added wheels down below so that it worked like a wheelbarrow. I could move it around and be able to set it and keep moving forward. I added this plywood here and down below to keep the dirt from slinging out so that it would drop right down below. I added this one because the dirt comes this way, and this directs it down, and then this provides a little bit of chute. You don't want, this is at a 45, this one's probably about a 55 or 60 degree angle. You don't want less than a 45 because then the dirt will hang. But it's fairly simple, fairly easy build. I was surprised how well it worked. The first time I didn't have to do much of any modification. Really, the only thing I had to do was to get these wheels positioned to where that they weren't too tight against the bicycle rims, but not too loose. I can't get them too loose because then they'll jump out of the track. But and that's why these bolts are set to where that I can adjust them up and down as needed. I've got this set of bolts holding this platform where the motor sits in, so that I could raise and lower them to get the right tension on the belt. And as the belt wears a little bit, I can raise these up to get more tension. The first time I had it built, I had these wheels right back here and the legs coming down right here. But the problem was the wheels were buried in the dirt and it was hard to move. So I did modify and put the wheels way out front here. That allowed the wheels don't get buried. It's easy to lift this up out of the dirt and move it forward that way. It does limit me with being able to shovel in. It kind of narrows that area that I've got to shovel in. If I were to do a little more work on it, I would brace these legs up more to this so that I don't have to have the verticals going up, but the verticals provide good strength for the wheels so that it's not wobbly. Again, I will link a couple of videos that gave me the how-to to build this drum, and then there was a video that I watched where he talked about the rotation, and because that's about a 10-inch I think, and these rims are 36-inch I believe, no, roughly 22-inch, but with that 10-inch, that gave me the revolutions to slow this drum down because that motor spins fairly fast. But because of this pulley and this other pulley here, I was able to reduce the revolution down to a acceptable turn so it wasn't spinning so fast. Not a very good video, I know. This is the first couple of videos I've ever done and posted, so hope you got a little bit out of that. If I can answer any questions, please do so. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.